Hello babes, welcome to your reading. Today's reading, we're going to do something a little different than what I normally do. I'm going to record TikTok in a moment, but I wanted to actually, because you're my beautiful YouTube collective, you guys were kind of the first, so I wanted to honor you and actually pull the cards here for you right now, opposed to on TikTok. I'm going to have them pre-pulled and just kind of like add to the reading we're doing here. So you're getting more content, which we love to see, but I actually wrote down some things that I wanted to kind of talk about specifically in this reading, so hopefully this will clear up like if this reading is for you or whatnot. Also, I'm not really good at looking at the camera in the eyes, so bear with me, but I took some notes on the 12th, and on my way to work, this was so funny. I saw two cars that were one in front of the other on the highway with 888 on their license plates. And I was like, what are the odds that both of these cars would have that? They were not the same license plate. Like, they had different letters and stuff. So it definitely wasn't like, I don't even know if you're allowed to do that. That's something I don't really know a lot about cars, but I also saw 333 and 666, and I've been seeing all of those numbers, 888, 333, 666, over and over and over again. 888 is kind of manifestation, not necessarily power, but like kind of public figure energy. Also closing a cycle out, like obviously that's more 999 behavior, but like you are closing a cycle of some sort. I feel that significantly, like something is ending in your life. And I also keep seeing squirrels and spiders everywhere. I know it's spring, but like I feel that's really significant. Spiders to me represents creativity, just kind of structure as well, building your home from the ground up. So that could be like working really hard to save money for work, not for work, for home, you know what I mean? To purchase a house, to invest, or even to get an apartment. Maybe that's something really important in your life right now that you're working towards, like, is just collectively getting your structure, your stability together in a safe place that is artsy, that is beautiful. Your Venus placements could either be in Taurus or Libra. I have a Taurus Venus, which I love pretty things. I surround myself with them. So you could really want to nourish your home with beautiful things, beautiful items to look at. Maybe you're really trying to save up your money from work and actually put it into your home, opposed to like small bursts of happiness. Like, when I say small bursts of happiness, I also mean like that silly figure that you didn't need that you just bought because it was $5, like that mystery bag. Like the yeah, figures could be really like significant for you. I'm currently looking at, I can't remember how to say what these little babies, Smitsky's, I don't know. Mine is, she's going through it. I don't know when she got this battered up, but she did. And she is, she's dropping it low for everyone. Got that dump truck and just picking up a box that doesn't exist. Because this was from the Moving Smitsky series. Whatever. You could really like these guys. That could be significant. Like, you could just be finding yourself buying a lot of blind box items, just small things to bring you joy, but it's getting to a point where you are realizing like this joy isn't bringing you happiness long term. And I feel that's kind of why we're stepping into the spider energy. I am going to pull some animal spirit cards regardless. I know we have two animal spirits that are pretty profound right now. Squirrels kind of give me that spontaneity. Forgive me if I don't know how to pronounce that word correctly, but I feel like you might be more spontaneous, and this totally leads into like that blind box thing. Like, you could just find yourself getting really cheap small joys opposed to saving money up for long-term items. Taurus placement's really significant for some reason in this reading because I have obviously I have major Taurus placements. That's my chart ruler. And my God, I cannot save my money for the life of me. I spend it on so many cheap joys. It's not even funny. So believe me when I say I get you and I see you and you're so valid, babe. Like this is a struggle, like, for me as well. I feel like my readings are also me going through it with you. Like, I don't think this is something you're experiencing alone. I feel like we are totally in this together. A lot of your lessons are my lessons. So 333 is, I forgot to kind of go into that, all about expansion, generosity, new discoveries. In numerology, some people like connect it with the mother, father, and God, or the son, the father, and God. Don't really know which one. God could be significant to you. God is spirit for me. I don't necessarily believe in one God specifically. I believe in the universe. Honestly, just kind of the universe melding to us. The laws of attraction seem really significant. I just started watching Full Metal Alchemist, so alchemy could be significant. You could be doing a lot of spell work right now. You could be kind of working in the dark arts at the moment, like focusing more on your shadow self, and maybe this the spontaneousness of this squirrel energy comes from you working in the dark for so long, like focusing on all of these things that you supposedly need to fix about yourself, and it's causing you to, like, the second you see the sunlight, you're like, oh my God, I need to go outside, I need to go do this, I need to drive everywhere, I need to go see my friends, I need to talk to everyone. And it's like you are having a hard time balancing the structure, the creativity, the balance as well of the spider energy, like this looking into the dark and accepting things that are, I guess, otherwise not negative specifically, but kind of like otherwise negative things that, people don't often look at their own faults. People are very egotistical, especially where I live. I've noticed there's so many, and like people just get really triggered when you bring up their faults and when you call someone out. I think that you are so good at looking in the mirror and seeing all of your faults, your insecurities, that you naturally, like walk through life with this 3 energy, this expansion, this generosity. Like, you're very giving. You are constantly looking for betterment, focusing on yourself, kind of like drawing attention to your faults even for yourself. And people don't like that. It triggers them a lot. And I feel like you don't really even have to tell people that you do this. You just do, and their reactions are for their own projections. Projections have been really big, and I'm probably going to say this again when I do the TikTok one, but like, I posted a video on TikTok yesterday where I was just feeling myself. I don't often, honestly, and I thought I looked pretty. I just wanted to post a video, and like I said, humor me while I romanticize turning 24. And like, I'm so excited to be 24. I cannot wait to be 24. I'm 24 in 3 days, and I think this is gonna be like one of my better years. I finally feel pretty confident, good about myself. And someone really commented, "What now? Tell me what is so wrong with being 24?" And I was like, "Babe, nothing. Why are you projecting onto my video?" Like, oh my God, calm down, calm down. I deleted it. And it wasn't necessarily to let that person win, but I just don't really feel that I'm the kind of person that wants to flaunt my beauty. There's no point to it. This is my personal opinion. I don't think I'm TikTok pretty. I feel like I'm just normal, like rural pretty. So I was kind of hoping that would blow up, but also it didn't. And that's okay. And that's fine. But maybe we're not ready yet. Like, the whole lesson behind that is that people are projecting right now, and there's a reason why you're in this spider energy. There's a reason why you're going back to yourself, why you're staying in the dark. I feel big hermit mode. 8th house placements could be very significant. The taboo, the occult, just getting to know the dark sides of life. Halloween could be like your favorite time of the year. But I just feel like you might, with this spontaneousness, you might really want to just flunge forward. Like, what's that word? It's not flunge. It's like lunge with an L. See, we got it. You might want to lunge forward with this Aries energy. We're in Aries season. Like, this is a timeless message, but if you're watching, well, you know, we're doing it. We're in Aries season. And I'm pretty sure a lot are still in Aries, but like a lot of placements, like a lot of planets are in Aries right now. So you could just really feel like you just want to get up and go. You just want to start something. You don't want to think about it. But like, I'm hearing not the right time. Confirmation burp. Like, I posted that video feeling myself, like, just for myself, not the right time. Like, maybe I do post it eventually, but like, not right now. I like, that person projecting was basically spirit being like, they're not ready for you, bitch, yet. Wait. So I'm waiting, and I feel like you are too. And I think that this is hard for you. You could also have a lot of fire in your chart, but like, I feel it's kind of hard to sit in this balanced energy because it's like your view of this world is very black and white, very polarized, you know? Like, you're looking at things in terms of like, I did all this, so now I need to do this. And it's like, instead of sitting in this darkness and like fully absorbing it, fully looking in the face, you do this so often that I almost feel you're getting kind of exhausted of doing it. So you're trying to be spontaneous, but I really hear spirit screaming like, just not right now. You are divinely protected at this time and almost divinely being held back for a specific reason. Like, it's okay that things aren't working as you want them to right now, because you needed to be not held back, but you needed to be kind of in the shadows at this time. The world's not ready for you yet. Like, there will be a time when it is very ready for you, but it's not now. And that's okay. And like, another thing that I've been really hearing from a lot of my readers lately is like this whole concept of hopeism, or what is it? It's like, it's not, maybe it is hopeism, but it's where like readers tend to say something big is coming, something good is coming, or like this, somebody's gonna come talk to you, like, but they don't really tell you more about what that is or why, or like how you could align with it. I mean, like, I watch Kino and Aso Tarot, they both do kind of go into it more, but like a lot of readers, they're not wrong. Like, there are big things coming in for you, but I've wanted to try to focus more so about what those are and how you can continue to align with those big things for you. I wrote down kind of an idea that I wanted to do. So if I do a love reading, which I'm gonna kind of let this reading tell me what it wants. I'm not feeling love. I don't really want to focus on love, especially for my channel, but like, if love comes out, I'll honor it. So if I do a love reading, I would like to ask, what have you looked over in this connection? So instead of you getting answers about the outcome of this connection, because honestly, I could tell you all the right answers, and until you apply those answers, until you sit with those answers and learn yourself, you're going to keep making the same mistake over and over again. And you could hear my message and be like, I don't believe her, she's full of shit. And then keep going into this endless cycle of letting yourself just get like trapped in a perpetual state of hoping for like the potential of someone, when in reality you need to start looking at this person as a person. Like, I think it's hard for us because human beings are naturally selfish, and we're going to spiral constantly about the things that we ourselves did. But I don't think you realize that this person is not focusing on you. If anything, they're focusing on themselves and all the shit they didn't do. And like, that's just how people are. So the energy could very well be like they plan on coming and talking to you, but that's totally up to them too. Like, they could have the energy hoping, wishing to talk to you and still never talk to you. So like, it's not that the reader per se is wrong, like, that they want this thing, that they want a connection, that they want this commitment, but it's totally up to that person and their free will to decide that for themselves and to act on it. They could be feeling like coming towards you, but that doesn't mean physically their body's going to start moving. You know what I mean? Like, they still have to choose that themselves. So I want to see, what have you overlooked, more so in terms of what was the goal of this connection, what is the life lesson for this connection, the point of it. And If I do a personal reading, I want to ask what good things are currently attracted by your energy and what steps can you take to keep attracting this energy. So instead of just giving you the hope and being like, oh, this amazing thing is coming in, you're going to get so much money, you're going to be so successful, like a divine counterpart's coming in, yada, yada, yada. I want to look into things. How can you keep attracting this? What steps do you need to take to fulfill this? Instead of this thing is coming and leaving you with hope, we're going to look into more why. Like, why is this thing coming? What about you does this thing like? What made it want to be here? So we also have the collective. This is just my notes overall that I could feel. The collective is making a nourishing home, weaving their web of magic, perfecting a craft or art, and nesting for comfort when returning to spontaneity. Like, you are in the stages of, spring. You're nesting, you're creating your home, you're being comfort. That way in the summer, when you're popping off and going crazy, you have a nice place to come back to. You have a place to feel structure, to feel stability. What numbers will confirm you are on the right path? That as well. So I think with the angel number cards, I'm totally going to focus more on the message, obviously, but we'll look at the numbers and you comment below if there's a specific number that you see that confirms that this reading is for you. So let's get into the energy of this reading. That's what I'm really excited about. I guess we're keeping the little Smitsky guy here, but I got 2 astrology decks for this. We have my Black Moon astrology cards, which are new, and I've honestly waited my whole life for them. Not for any reason, I just didn't feel it was right timing until now, which clearly there's a reason for that. And I also have the Arcana of Astrology cards. I wanted to use 2 different because I want to see what energy you are specifically embodying at this time, and then what planets specifically or energies are going to be very prominent for you, where you should look into your chart and why, or maybe just what you need to embody this month, or when the timing is. I don't necessarily want to focus too much on exact timing for stuff like this because it's totally up to the individual, and my goal is to speak to a wide collective. So let's get into it. I did shuffle these off camera though first, so I'm pretty glad about that. But I love how much better I look on my TikTok, and then down here I'm like, what's up? It's it is what it is, but I guess I love you guys more. So you get to see me in all of my glory, if you will. Anyways. What energy is important for my beautiful collective, and what energy are they embodying at this time, Spirit? What energy are they embodying? Ooh, Gemini, I think. Sorry, I have a little hair on my nose. This card is so beautiful. I love it. Can you kind of really get a good look? Yeah, you can. So Gemini energy could be significant. We are kind of getting closer to Gemini season. You could just be really spiraling a lot. There's been a lot of Gemini moons specifically in my vicinity lately. Lots of them, so many. So you could have a Gemini moon or major Gemini placements. I have a Gemini Mars. But I feel that you're doing a lot of research. You're doing a lot of thinking. This could be spiraling, or this could just be you're thinking about your life, your goals, what things you want to learn, what things you want to strive for. I feel like you could just really be focusing on a research expansion period of time in your life. We have 15 for Gemini, so 6 energy again. 6 energy again. You could be a life path 6. That's all about service. A lot of therapists and social workers are life path 6s. Certainly people in the medical field too. Anything that serves people or a population. One more. What is my collective? Nice. We have Sagittarius. I see. So that's really funny because I'm pretty sure. Ooh, in first house, the body. Which is crazy because I'm entering my first house perfection year because I just had my 12th house. It was rough. It was rough. But we have Sagittarius and Gemini. I think I see, which is great. And three energy from 21 and 6 energy. So 3 and 6 again. Um, I love the colors, a lot of blue, which is throat chakra, which makes sense for, I think, like communication. Um, Sagittarius and Gemini are sister signs. They're opposites, but they have a lot in common. A lot of expansion. They like to research. They like to look into spiritual things. They like to study. They like to not stay stagnant. They move from place to place, either with passion and fire or just like flighty air energy. You know what I mean? Like you're ready to go. So I feel like you could be working on not just the I think aspect, but the I see as well. Not only are you thinking up your future, like you are thinking about the embodiment of life itself, your role in it, and how the things that you see play out affect how you think. It's more so from a place of what conditioning, what programming from this life do you see that you then internalize and start thinking? And it's like, is this something you really are seeing, or is this a projection of everything you've been told in your life? I feel like Buddhism could be significant, and more so in terms of life is suffering. Find happiness with the suffering because that's inevitable. I feel like you are kind of confronting the I am, especially with this first house, the body energy. It's like you are questioning who you are, how you look, how you identify, like what makes you passionate and how you want to show up in this world could be very significant. But I just feel like you're at a time where not only like with the spider are you looking into, I guess, yourself and your darkness, your faults, you are also realizing all of the thoughts in your mind are not you. You are the thing watching your thoughts in the back. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts were the things that were a part of your environment, the things you've learned, the things you've seen over time, like what you were told by the greater populace, by your teachers growing up, your parents growing up, the opinions you've fostered because of the things you've witnessed and seen. It's like what you see and what you've been taught is not all that there is, but it definitely is impacting how you think. It's like you're kind of in an era where you're realizing the polarities of the fact that what you're seeing for yourself, instead of being told, what you're seeing and acknowledging, and the synchronicities and the whimsy, the magic, the dark magic, you're seeing it all firsthand. And I feel you're not rejecting it. Actually, I feel like you're embracing it. You're realizing what parts aren't you, what parts are someone else's insecurities that are projecting onto you, and then in turn how you are supposed to react to such behavior. I feel that is a super big part of your life at this time. I really want to pull from the Starseed Oracle deck. And I just want to say, like, I love the vibe that we have going on today. These are my angel number cards, and these are the starseed cards, but they match so well. It's so cute. So let's see, what does the starseed cards want to let you know? What does my beautiful collective need to know? My beautiful, handsome, smart, and capable collective. And just overall attractive if you don't resonate with beautiful or handsome. We have you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So again, with that hermit energy, that just feels so prominent. The space, like the moon exhibition, it's not an art. The moon travel lately with those astronauts could be significant to you. I actually had a customer come in and tell me to like look up astronauts get emotional, I think it's what it was, and like they did a whole speech about it, which is very interesting. And then like there was also a beautiful picture of the moon recently that shows that the moon actually has different colors in it, opposed to just white and gray. It's got red, it's got blues, it's gorgeous. So if you love space, I'd look into that. But let's see, I want one more from the Starseed, and wow, That happened quickly. So, okay, Spirit's not messing around. I feel like I got into channeling the second I started this video, and I didn't even pull any cards yet, so you could just be very intuitive at this time. These cards are stunning. So, water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. I actually have a rain sound playing in the back because I just like how cozy it feels with the rain vibes in my reading. I feel my moon is in Cancer. Water is very important to me. Water is cleansing. I feel called to ask you or tell you to ask your water for guidance, ask your water to cleanse you, to purify you from the day, from other people's projections. I think it's important that you wash those off. Specifically, when you take a shower today, ask your water to cleanse you, to purify you, to help rinse off these projections, these worries from others, these opinions from others. Like, I definitely am a firm believer of criticism and its importance in our lives. Like, all kinds of criticism are valid. When I feel my ego's hurt, I sit down and journal now. I journal, why do I feel that hurt? Why, like, my friend said something like I was being rude the other day to someone, to my boyfriend, and I didn't look at what I said as rude, but I did take what they said very seriously because I don't know if I'm being rude sometimes. I'm autistic, I'm very blunt, and I feel it's not something I'm realizing in the moment. So the fact that they said that and they felt comfortable telling me that was really important to me. And I did feel a bit triggered and confused, like, why was that rude? What did I do that was rude? But instead of carrying on with that and being egotistical and being selfish and just not getting the greater point, I sat with it. Why does this hurt? Why do I feel this is personal? What about it makes me feel that way? What conditioning caused me to feel pain from this critique? You know what I mean? I think that looking into the reasons why is so much more important than we give credit at times. I feel like focusing on the criticism, letting it sit, like, obviously, like, that person projecting last night, for example, like, what's so wrong with being 24? Like, that's not a critique. That's just someone projecting their insecurities. Clearly, something in that person felt triggered by their age. Why? What made them feel triggered about their age? Was it society telling them that as they age, they lose value, especially for women specifically? As we age, we lose beauty. We aren't as desirable. We're not young. But none of that's true. None of that is true. It's all told to us by the patriarchy to kind of bring younger girls up, and it's also stemmed from like some really disgusting behavior on the patriarchy's end. But like, why did they feel my video was specifically painful to them? And I think that's really fun about being a content creator, is that you get to sit with a lot of different feelings that aren't your own, and like, you are the deciding factor of whether or not you're going to take something personally, of whether or not it's going to impact you in a negative way. I think I might just keep this separate to you guys. I was gonna do a TikTok reading, but I just don't think this is for TikTok. I think I'll do a separate one for that, but I think this is just for my YouTube right now, and I'm pretty happy about that. I think you guys are doing a lot of work that not a lot of people are. You're looking into things, the why. Why do you feel certain ways? Like, why do people feel certain ways? Like, maybe there's some people that feel entitled to your time. What made them feel that? Like, why do you think they feel that? I think journaling is really important. A lot of people bash it, especially as it becomes more mainstream. I feel that people are kind of losing the intention of journaling. Like, it's not a trend. It's a tool. Journaling is a tool of self-reflection, of acknowledgement. I think my groceries are arriving. Not yet. I don't think, at least. So maybe you ordered your groceries too, or maybe you do order your groceries. Yeah, they'll be here soon. So let's see. Or maybe you have a very important delivery on the way. You could be having a baby. If you are, congrats. Let's see. What does my beautiful, handsome, and attractive collective need to know? 1, 2, 3, stepping stones. I love that. You are on your way. You are on a distinct path and are well on your way to your goals. Pay attention to the details as each choice you make presents a small part of the big picture. The little things matter. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and visualize a path in front of you leading you to your heart's desire. So, lot of purples. Crown energy could be really important. Third eye, especially with the IC, I think. Third eye and intuition could be really big for you at this time. 12:34 could be a time you see a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're definitely taking things one step at a time, slowly and surely. And like, that's also what I mean. Like, pay attention to the small details. Journal the small details. Like, anything you can think that might impact you personally, how you think, how you function. I feel is just very important for you at this time. I want one more, please. One more, Spirit. Now, I don't shuffle perfect, so do not aspire to be a shuffler like me. But, and if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. We're great. We're in this together. But we have 251. Listen. Be open to hearing good advice. When you hear good advice, you'll hear it more than once, and from multiple sources. Right now, be alert. Your angels are giving you a message, channeling it through the people and places around you. Listen carefully today to all patterns and signs, as they are messages and it's up to you to find the common link. There is good advice to be uncovered. And I feel this immensely, especially not only are you getting this in a reading, we love to see it, but you are also seeing a lot of synchronicities. I feel like you could be seeing angel numbers everywhere as well. There could be like someone's name that you keep hearing over and over again. These projections from other people. Jot every little thing down. Like, when I say I've been journaling, babes, I have been I have been journaling. Like, I really went kind of crazy and I got really emotional doing it, and that's okay. Like, I think that we should notate all of our little synchronicities within the day. I think that in this society, it can be really hard to remember things because we're so pumped in with like constant content, constant, what's the word I'm looking for other than content? I guess just constant things to look at. Constant dopamine, like through addictive scrolling. Like, we tend to lose our memories of the time, especially, if you like the flower, like I do, you forget a lot of shit. Like, you do be forgetting, okay? So I think that maybe journaling is going to be really helpful for you, especially like if you're in this dark night of the soul. I'm getting a lot of hermit energy, like a lot of other people's reactions to you. Remember, other people's reactions, not yours, not you. Like, don't take their reactions to heart, but look at them. Think about them. Be like, why? What was the why? Why are we doing that? Like, how did we get here? Like, how did you scroll to my video and then be like, I'm offended that this girl's turning 24? And it's like, breaking that down societally. And The Substance, the movie, could be really important to you. I also really love Final Girls Studio on YouTube. I think that's her name. Or I need to actually just look it up. Also, my groceries are here. Did they do the right door? They did the right door. Okay. So I need to find her because she's just so amazing. Final Girl Digital. That's her name. This is what her account looks like. Hold on. Can you see her little picture? She's so pretty. But like, Final Girl Digital could be somebody you watch, like just thinking about society in terms of, I have this little sticker that says don't delete yourself. So that could be significant, especially if you needed to hear that. You're so loved. I'm so proud of you, truly. Like, you're doing amazing. This is not easy work at all, and I don't want you to put yourself down and devalue, diminish the work you're really putting into yourself, because like the first house is not easy. Check and see if you have any first house placements or eighth house placements. That feels like huge right now. But I just really feel like you're shifting, you're evolving. 123 goes down to 6, and 251 goes to 9. I'm pretty, or 8. So yeah, 8 and 6 again. That 888, 666. Like, we're really 333. We're seeing them everywhere. So I really think that you're changing, you're growing, you're expanding, you're really looking deeper into things, you're understanding things from a deeper perspective. Let me get my groceries inside, because I do have some like items that need to be cold, and I'll be right back. Okay, everything was good. Got my groceries in the fridge. Let's get back into it. So, I'm a bit out of breath. You could be exhausted. I definitely feel like you're just going through so much. You're doing so much work, so much introspection. Maybe you could also be like dispelling addictions, because like I said, I love Flower very much. It's my friend, but I haven't had any today, and I don't think let's be so for real, I probably will later, but I'm gonna try not to for a while, and that could be significant. You could also be dispelling addictions, like moving forward and not letting things control you, especially like outside perspectives. I know Gemini placements can really cause a lot of spiral, a lot of looking at things that necessarily, not that they're not important, but I feel like you're spiraling over things that you don't need to spiral over, and it's easier said than done. I still spiral every night before bed. Like, I spiral for a good 2 to 3 hours every night. It just is how it is sometimes, but I feel like we're working on it. Confirmation burp. Feel like we're, holy shit, okay. I need to be better. I gotta stop swearing. But yeah, so this video is very long, I'm sorry, but we're kind of getting into it, aren't we, today? Maybe this is the therapy session you didn't know you needed. So I feel, or maybe you did know you needed it, who knows? But let's see. I guess I want to see what planets are also impacting you right now. I don't know if you can hear my laundry's done, so you could be spending time in the laundromat a lot. You could just be doing your laundry, kind of refreshing things. I want a little bit more rain. I love rain. I love the sound. So it only sprinkled a little bit today, but I really wanted the rain vibes, so we just have electronic rain now, not real rain. It is what it is. But let's see what signs are significant that you are on the right path. So how can you embody this correct path? Like, what, I think you're on the path of structure, of stability, of feeling comfortable within yourself, especially the first house, the body. Like, this is a lot of yellow. And underneath is Virgo, I analyze. So not only do we have Gemini, I think, we have Virgo, I analyze. So you're really overthinking it right now. But I feel this yellow in the first house is giving me big solar plexus energy. And solar plexus is all about like bringing forth our passions, but also our self-confidence, our self-assurance, just really feeling empowered within ourselves. It's that 3 energy, that expansion again, like the enlightenment of, you could have finally realized, like, maybe you have gender dysphoria or body dysmorphia, like where you look at yourself and you don't look how you really look. You look like either super small or super big, and it's like, you just are entering a new era where you feel more confident in yourself. You feel more assured in yourself. Like, I'm so excited to be 24 because I feel that awkward stage between when you graduate high school and when you enter your mid-20s. It's really weird. It's uncomfortable. No one really, I mean, everyone goes through it, especially like a lot of women go through it. I'm sure there's many of books out there that kind of talk about like the transition of this weird, awkward time. It's almost like you go into this young adulthood and no one really tells you how to do it. You just kind of have to. And there were periods of time in between the 18 and the 24 where I felt like my adult body had not fallen into place quite yet. And like it finally feels like I've fully grown into my adult self. But that in between could be really uncomfortable for you. It could have caused like a lot of really hard lessons that you've had to learn about your own appearance and how you value yourself. That could be very significant. Again, that first house energy, the solar plexus chakra, and the energy of 333, that expansion. I feel this is huge. First house is also I am. It is the Aries energy. Like Aries could be really significant for you specifically. I know we're in Aries season, like I said earlier, but like your Saturn could be in Aries. Saturn is all about long-term growth, and currently Saturn is in Aries, and it's very uncomfortable there. It actually is at its worst in Aries. I feel like I've said this a few times, and it kind of teaches us that we can't be spontaneous like that squirrel energy. We can't just we can't keep lunging. We have to think about it. We have to sit with it. We have to process it. We have to then think, how can I apply this long term? Whereas Aries just wants to do it and get it done and have it be over. Aries is done before it even starts. And I feel that is something you're growing into and learning, that like certain things take patience. I've realized personally that my soul is like 8 steps ahead of my physical vessel. And when I say that, I mean like I emotionally, spiritually have already overcome something, but our physical vessel, our brain, like our body holds traumas. It holds, discomforts and issues that we haven't truly fully healed from yet, where you might feel like your soul has moved on. Your soul wants to leave this relationship. Your soul wants to leave this job. Your soul acknowledges this is not long term, therefore it needs to go. When in reality, you might still be in that relationship, that job, that situation, because there's a lesson you haven't learned yet. There's a lesson that you don't even know what it is yet because it hasn't come in. But once it does, you're going to be like, oh my God, like, I'm so glad I didn't leave. I needed that. Like, and this could lead into the confidence within yourself, like how you think, how you see yourself, how you talk to yourself. I feel like that's the thing with tarot. Like, I could tell you the tools. I can tell you exactly, in some circumstances, not all, I can tell you exactly how to go about a situation, how to feel about a situation, how to respond, how to acknowledge a certain situation. But I could give you all these answers in a step-by-step guide, and you could do all that, but not understand still why you had to. The reason I have the knowledge I do is because I've spent my entire life in constant tower moments with myself, constantly ripping myself apart, destroying myself, and rebuilding myself, creating something new, really looking at myself in the mirror and being like, why? What caused this behavior? Why do I have this insecurity? What emotional conditioning have I gone through that caused me to think the way that I do? I think that you also function in this way, but you can't let that Aries energy propel you forward when your vessel still hasn't caught up yet. Like, there's a certain kind of yoga, I think it starts with Y, and it's the kind that kind of works through traumas that are stored within the body. Like the hips specifically store lots of trauma. So you could be like emotionally, intellectually done with the situation, like you healed this breakup, you it's been years since you've been with this person, but despite you being mentally done with it, your body is still causing these immense mood swings. Your body is making you cry, is making you spiral, is making you think about it with the Gemini energy. Like, your body holds that trauma. And that's what I mean by your soul is 10 steps ahead of your physical body, your physical vessel. This vessel traps things within itself, and it is a learning tool for us. Like, try not to look at your body as you, because my body is not me. My thoughts are not me even. I am just the thing observing it all. I am this I see, this Sagittarius energy. I have a ninth house stellium. So like, believe me, this is my lesson, okay? This is my lesson. And I feel this is your lesson too. And how we go about it is going to be vastly different. But I can tell you, journaling helps. Getting to the root of these feelings helps. Kind of sitting with it longer, because you can't keep bottling stuff down. You can't keep shoving it down. You have to feel it. Like, I haven't been with my ex in 2 years. We were together for 4 years, but it's been 2 years since I've been with them. And I have had so many times where I think I'm done grieving. I think it's over. I've seen the lesson. I get why I needed to be there. Like, I see the positives. I see the faults. I have confronted so much. I've done releasing spells. I've gotten rid of items. Like, I thought it was over, but my body randomly will get triggered by something small, and I might start crying. I might feel intense emotion, intense anger, intense depression, numbness even. But how I respond to that is how I'll grow and learn. Yes, my mind is over it. My mind's done. My mind is 5 steps ahead. My spiritual body is done. My physical vessel isn't. I can't keep shoving these things down, because if I do, they'll stay. They'll come with me on this journey. I need to let them pass through me. So I'll sit down. I'll let myself cry. I'll cry as long as I need. I'll put on something, a playlist that I listen to with this person, like songs that I loved with this person, and I'm letting myself feel. I'm journaling why. Why might I still be in this feeling? Letting it pass through, working with it, sitting with it, thinking with it, processing with it. And once I do that, I can move forward, because that weight, that blockage is gone. I addressed it. I looked it in the face. I let myself feel. I gave myself grace and patience, 11:11 on the timer, because, I paused for my groceries. So I love synchronicities like that. But like, maybe you and another person could be mirroring this. Maybe you and I are mirroring. But either way, the relationships and connections within our lives are here for reasons. They're meant to teach us things about ourselves, connections, and more so how we react, how we show up in this world, what lessons we came here into this world to complete, to learn. And I think that viewing these emotions negatively is societal conditioning. It's not negative that you feel you need to cry, especially if you're a man. Please let your feelings out, because the strongest men are the ones that cry and that feel. Those are the leaders. Those are the most successful politicians, the most successful people that can actually fully understand and like maturely move forward. You cannot be a good leader if you do not represent good emotional tools. You know what I mean? How do you expect to lead a group of people that may as well be emotionally, spiritually broken? How can you lead a group if you as well are mentally and spiritually broken? How can you be a truly good leader and truly make an impact without some kind of control and acknowledgement over your feelings and your emotions in your life? It does not make you feminine. It does not make you pathetic. In fact, you are stronger than most people, because you do this. You look at yourself in the mirror. You do this work. You break yourself down and build it back up again. You don't just like, this isn't a game for you. It's not funny. It's not pathetic. It is real life. And you are doing more than most. I have so many customers. Remember, I work in a spiritual shop. I have so many customers that come in that act all high and mighty, that don't respond when I say good morning, hello, that walk around as if they're entitled to the space and my attention. And then I say something where I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking to somebody else about ego, about this selfishness, this misunderstanding, and they get triggered. And it wasn't about them. And it's like, how can you walk all high and mighty when you don't even have emotional regulations in place, when your emotional conditioning has chosen to react out loud and take offense to something that had nothing to do with you, like that person commenting, nothing to do with them. It's that is the greatest weakness. That is what's truly pathetic, is the fact that people do not take their emotions seriously, and they are not good leaders. They take things personally. They project. They react. Instead of exist, they react. That could also be very significant. I do have this book, finally, because I remember I told you guys I started reading it. It's kind of like cutting through spiritual materialism in terms of like the reflection of the ego and our role in society. I just really love reading spiritual literature. So it's called the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, I think. I don't specifically know if this is Hinduism or Buddhism. It's about yoga specifically, but it is so amazing, and it's helped me a lot. I love reading things that confront my ego, that break it down, that choose, like, that make me self-reflect. Because how else would I be a good role model, a good leader, a good reader, even, if I do not confront my own issues head on as well? We're in this together. You're not alone, and you're not weak for your feelings. In fact, you're stronger than most people, because most people shove it down and try to be a robot, when in reality, you don't let your emotions control you, but you feel them. You let them pass through you. You let them exist. I feel like you have really honored your inner child. You are finally seeing your growth. In fact, I challenge you, if you are going to do a journal entry today, I want you to write down your synchronicities, what numbers were confirmations for you, but I also want you to just write, what was I going to say? There was an important thing. I want you to, it'll come back. I wanted you to do something pretty important, but clearly it wasn't important enough to stay. So, but journaling, like, what emotions, I guess, are you holding in? And what do you think makes a good leader? Are you a good role model to your younger self? If you could lead a group of people, what were some things that you need to tackle about yourself before you do so? What things do you feel are still unhealed within you that you need to confront? I feel like that will help so much in, like, how you see yourself, just how you show up. So I've been holding these cards for clearly like 20 minutes, so let's start freaking pulling them, my god. But so we're going to look in and see what energies can you continue to embody in order to stay on this correct path. And then maybe, yeah, let's just do this first. So, dear Spirit, what does my collective need to know? Like, what do they need to follow? Time frames they need to look out for? Please, Spirit. We have solar eclipse. Very beautiful. I'm not sure. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. When is the next solar eclipse? Interesting. August 12th, 2026 could be significant. August 12th, 2026 is supposedly when the next solar eclipse is. So maybe summer, late summer could be significant. Virgo season, again, we did have Virgo. I analyze underneath the first house, the body. So Virgo energy could be really significant. Virgo also rules the stomach, I'm pretty sure. So again, with that solar plexus healing, that solar plexus energy, the self-worth, self-confidence, like that kind of goes into your physical body. Like all of these things, that trauma that's stored in your hips, the deep heartache that you carry, you know, these things that you keep bottling up and pushing down, those can cause real health like difficulties. So I do, with this Virgo energy, want you to keep that in mind, that storing negative things in your body will cause later bodily issues. That is kind of a big lesson of Virgo. Specifically, like I have freaking IBS, thanks to the Virgo rising, probably I have. I mean, like, I'm sure there's a lot of other things, like all the freaking hot sauce and caffeine I have, but this isn't about me. I mean, yes, it is, but it's about both of us. It is. We are both getting called out. We are, not just you. So the solar eclipse energy, this Virgo energy, could be really significant. What else? More moons. The new moon. Interesting. I think there's a new moon coming up, actually. Siri, when's the next new moon?
Okay, I found this on the web for when is the next new moon. Check it out.
New moon is April 17th. Interesting. Okay, so it's going to be Friday is the next new moon, which I thought it was before my birthday. My birthday is April 18th, so I love that there's a new moon leading me into it, but new moons are really good for, I hope I'm not wrong. I think new moons are really good for manifestation. I mean, so are full moons. Full moons are more cleansing and stuff, but I think, like, what things that are lying within this darkness do you wish to confront, bring to light, and wish to manifest in place of, I guess, is how I'd go about the new moon. And one more, please. That came right out. We got Leo. Interesting. So Leo could be important in your chart, or just Leo energy in general. Being in the spotlight, being a good leader, thriving at work, just getting a lot of validation. And full moon, we love to see it. So full moons and new moons. Clearly we got both duality here, which I love. So I feel this summer is going to be very significant for you. August is still, I'm pretty sure, half Leo, half Virgo. So definitely late summer, huge. Especially with the solar eclipse. Like, I think that maybe this is going to be your assurance within yourself, your complete acceptance within yourself of your body. I feel like manifesting it every day, doing your positive affirmations, that's really important. Like, look at yourself in the mirror. I think readings with Jay, I love her too on YouTube. I'm just showing all my favorite YouTubers today. So yeah, she's just amazing. Conversations with Jay. I'm sure you've seen her on like TikTok or even Instagram, not Instagram, on TikTok or YouTube. But her readings are amazing. And she did a journal prompt where you write yourself a letter from yourself now to your younger self and read it out loud at the mirror, looking at yourself. That could be very significant, because I feel like this thing that's coming in for you is not money, it's not a physical thing, it's not love. It is love within yourself. It is the acceptance within yourself, the assurance, that confidence, especially with Leo, that confidence, walking with assurance and confidence. Like, solar plexus energy is really big. I recommend you watch some like solar plexus vibrational like subliminals on YouTube, or just like not even subliminals, more so just like the frequency of solar plexus healing could be really significant. I think this thing that's coming in for you though, that's huge, is your connection to yourself and your acceptance of yourself. I'm hearing fillers right now, so you could also be struggling with stopping an addiction to fillers, because we were talking about addictions earlier. You could really like getting lip fillers like Botox, but I feel you're entering an era where you do not have to do that anymore, where you finally are like, I would just like to accept myself, my body, my vessel, this first house energy. I think what you're learning, what you're coming into, this amazing thing that's coming in for you this summer, is more so your self-acceptance, your confidence. I know I just said this, but like just kind of understanding within yourself. And once you let yourself feel naturally, let things pass through you, journal. Like, this is going to really greatly impact your mental health in beautiful ways. You'll be able to sew your web as the spider with this creativity, this structure, this balance. It's going to be beautiful. You could be an artist, you could do murals, paintings, anything really in the sense of creativity is art. So you could be a creative chef, you could be a market photographer where you do like you know, product shoots and stuff like that. That's creative. You could just be a photographer and do self-portraits, like to fully come into yourself again. I think that this is beautiful. I love this reading, and what we're tackling here is just your connection to yourself, to source, to spirit, and the peace within your mind. That's so significant. Like, I think sometimes we were conditioned excuse me. We were conditioned as children, from children, that we need to find this love. We can't live on our own. We have to have a family, this nuclear family, you know, like heteronormative roles. But I think that the more we throw that out and really truly come home to ourselves is going to really help our quality of life improve. I find myself, especially, you know, my Cancer moon and my Taurus Venus, like love love. I love love. I have not been single for very long. I always am in a new relationship since high school. I can't be alone. And like, this is the first year where I wouldn't mind to be, actually, like, just to live alone. I think that we're making some big progress within our lives, and I think it's okay to be alone. I think it's okay to just be with yourself and not look for love. And I feel that 555, I just saw big changes. Like, we're changing this mindset from being told from a young age that we need to find our Prince Charming or find our princess, when in reality, you might be Prince Charming and you might want another Prince Charming. I know I'm a princess and I'd love another princess. You know, love is love. And I feel, or even a non-binary monarch, come at me. Where are you? I need you. Like, but we also really just need ourselves when it comes down to it. We're conditioned repeatedly that we need to find this person, this thing to fill the void. When in reality, the only thing that's going to fill that void, babe, is yourself, and letting yourself feel, accepting your faults, confronting your faults, loving your faults, learning to work with your faults, acknowledging when you're wrong, coming into yourself with this first house, like seeing with yourself the Sagittarius energy, your expansion, your growth, how far you've come. There could be a vacation in your future where you go somewhere by yourself, and that will cause a lot of healing for you. I definitely think that this big, glorious, ominous thing that's coming towards you at full speed is just your self-acceptance, confirmation burp. Like, I know I probably sound like a broken record, but you're going to have so much power once you do that. And then everything you've been looking for is just going to find you naturally, because you're going to be like this beacon of light with this Leo energy. Like, you are going to attract things from far away, but it's because you're going to be focused on loving yourself and being with yourself. Like, sometimes we think we need love when in reality we needed to just love ourselves. We look for someone else to validate us when in reality what we needed to do was validate ourselves. No one else can fill that hole within you. They're not going to. You need to love yourself before you can love anyone else, truly. Have patience for anyone else. A lot of relationships that are being, I feel like the reason are, you know, if you're in Gen Z, or even like younger millennials, but I feel we just are rejecting relationships and love because we're realizing that relationships have give and take, and they're not 50-50, not 100-100. It's not an even balance sometimes. Sometimes there's immense amounts of disappointment and, you know, what's the word? Compromise. There's a lot of compromises in love. And I feel that we're fed this narrative of this false reality where, you know, you're meant to find your Prince Charming, your other half, your twin flame, like all this bullshit. When in reality, you need to find yourself. It's cliche. It's annoying. But like, someone else can't love you the way you need to love you. Like I've shared already, I was self-conscious my whole life. I hated myself. I hated myself so much that all of my partners, male or female, would always be like, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, Dorky. Like, why do you hate yourself? Like, you look great in that. Like, they'll tell me all the things I would have wanted to hear, right? But I still rejected it. Even though it's what I wanted in a relationship, that validation, someone else to see me and validate me. When in reality, I was never gonna believe them until I did myself, until I realized, oh wait, no, I am hot shit. Like, but because I didn't see that, I didn't listen. It didn't matter what they said, how often they said it. If they said it before I even asked if I looked okay. You know what I mean? Like, you have to validate yourself. You cannot seek it outside of you. I think that's your reading today. It's a little bit of a tough one, but it's a tough love one. It's a lesson we all need, truly. And I think it's beautiful. I'm really excited for you. I think you're going to be really proud of yourself, and you should be. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to go do my reading for TikTok now, and hopefully I see you again soon. I do want to try to do more consistent readings. I will admit, like, I do get a little shy with comments. I don't really like responding too often, especially because I want to kind of go about my readings unbiased. I would love if you just commented still to send me your energy to help me read you better, but just know I'll still like it. I still love you. I'm still proud of you, but I think that our equal exchange is me giving you energy in these readings and you sending me energy back through liking it, through commenting, subscribing even, sharing if you feel called to do so. So hopefully that's reassuring, but yeah, I'm really proud of you and I love this reading. I think it's beautiful and you're doing great. So I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are. Don't forget to drink water and maybe get some solar plexus vibration music on, but yeah, or just dance, sing out loud to your favorite song. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Mwah. I love you so much. Okay, bye.